Hello to anyone who's watching this, Future Brad here. So we forgot to hit record at the start of this particular session, so the first 10 minutes or so are missing. So what you're going to see now is the opening cutscene, and then it's going to jump straight into the combat. Because a change places was redeemed at the end of the previous session that wasn't followed through on, Gary has started this particular session in the hot seat. That's all from me, enjoy.
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
The explosion will take your shield down, which means it's really easy for the little ones to kill you.
Oh, that was satisfying. This game's taken a very sharp turn with the introduction of Flood. Obviously, there's going to be later levels, I'm guessing, where there's a lot more fighting both of them at the same time.
Yeah, I think this is the only level where you only fight Flood.
Yeah. Guy was saying Peter Serafinowicz appears as the main character in a spin-off Halo product.
Yeah, he plays the AI called Black Box, who's one of the better characters who never shows up in the games, just in the ancillary media. Oh, for God's sake!
There's also not that many places to hide, really. Like, it's so open, and these pillars are so long. If you choose the wrong direction, then they just come around the corner and get you. I think the job of entertaining through the library section still falls on me. How can I entertain? Show people my stuff that came today. My new gear. Get ready, everyone, for the most exciting product you've ever seen. It's got 8 plug sockets on it and 2 USB ports.
Yeah, Halo TV series could be pretty good fun.
Brad shows off his gear. I still maintain that gear to most people doesn't mean drugs.
I mean, the way you said it there, my brain just went, Bradley's gear.
On one of the episodes of the That's Bollocks podcast that I do with Adam and Tom, check it out. The episode was toys and gadgets, and I kept saying gadgets and gear, and they kept accusing me of talking about drugs. And I was like, well, no, to me, gear is like camping gear, or like
It's also nose candy.
Equipment. Nose candy.
Ah yes, our completely ineffectual robot friends. Forgot about them turning up here. Can't even kill a fucking infection form. Yay, we've done the first floor of the library. There are, I think, 3 more? This level's bad.
And it's all the same.
It's bad, man. Wait, it gets worse.
They know. I haven't clocked anything you've done in this so far except shoot things.
That's all I've done.
Yeah.
I'm literally walking through a corridor after this robot boy, occasionally waiting for him to open a door.
What does it look like? There we go.
No, it's even duller.
Even blander.
Yeah.
Flood activity has caused a failure in a drone.
At least this one has holes in the floor.
Yeah.
I must reset the backup unit. Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I've completed my task.
But yeah, it's not the best.
Honestly, being a foreign speaker, every now and then I get to know that a mundane and regular word suddenly has not so PG connotations. Oh, but that's great. There's so many of them now as well. So many words that mean other things.
I mean, this is British English slang. Basically, anything means something else somewhere else.
Yeah. And also, any British word can mean anything if you say it with the right inflection.
Yeah.
Like, as Michael McIntyre proved by talking about how people call themselves drunk. If you say anything, like, I think his example was utterly gazeboed, people instantly know that you're talking about being drunk. It's just a British thing. And utterly haloed.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Damn it.
Devastatingly flooded. There's never silence in the library. I'll show the rest of my stuff. Brad's show and tell. So, I used to own 2 lav microphones, but they ended up in the factory office being used for the filming of the videos. So I bought myself another one. Rode Lav microphone. I can now record decent audio with from my phone. And I also have a tiny tripod. Look how small it is. And it's got an attachment on top of it which I can use to put my phone in, so I can now use my phone to record. Hey guys, has Brad given you the safe code yet? Have you got the safe code from other spices, Gary?
Sorry?
Have you got the safe code from our spices?
No.
Did you not remember that?
I don't remember the joke we're doing there.
The joke
Is this
is
when I had to keep coming in getting the salt off you?
Yeah, so the joke is that I hoard all the spices in my room in a secret safe.
Right.
And if you want to use any, you have to ask permission. You know when you came in when we were recording, was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah.
So I've edited that video today, and I didn't realise, but they were pissing themselves when you were asking to use the sausages. And Adam's just there going, oh, can I borrow some spices? And it's because you asked for the salt once when I was streaming.
Yeah.
Because I used the salt in my room. I mean, it does sound weird when I say it like that.
What are you using it for?
Well,
Bath salts?
it's not actually salt in there, Gary. It's heroin.
It's nose candy.
Special nose candy. The inflection with the drunk one works in Spanish as well. One of my favourites is rocking chair. What's rocking chair in Spanish? Or do you just say rocking chair in English but in Spanish? I'm assuming you mean that the rocking chair, the word rocking chair sounds like whatever your drunk inflection is, if that's what you're... Because that ours is adding ED on the end. Past tense stuff. Bladdered. Smashed.
Stoused.
Some of our greatest in-jokes start with a single moment. They're the best in-jokes. The best in-jokes are the ones that start from something that is, like, a few years down the line is so pointless, but it still exists.
Please wait here.
Oh my god, not this bit.
Oh, do you have to guard the door?
Yeah.
You guy, one of the people in the Discord has changed their name to "You can't email a Kit Kat Brad." I can't. It was in one of the podcasts, but I can't remember the context.
It's not this bit. Okay.
Oh no, it was because Adam found a news article that was this guy in, I think, Sweden had wanted to mail some Kit Kats to his friend in England but didn't know his address. So he wrote a little paragraph on the envelope to the postman saying, "This is what my friend does and looks like." And the postman, the news article was because the postman found the dude. And I was arguing about how, like, in nowadays everybody has communications, like online communication. Why don't you just email his friend and ask for the ask for his address? But in the middle of that sentence, when I said the word email, someone said it was Tom or Adam said, "You can't email a Kit Kat, right?" No, I'm gonna call the real load of this one. It's gonna be called "I Make Gary Play the Library."
You've not made me play the library. DJ paid for this.
Yep, DJ. Public enemy number one.
Oh, that was a bad time to pick up beer.
Tandem!
Accidental tandem. Got away from it. Got away with it.
The number of times I do that in cars, because I weirdly I get a little bit nervous when I'm in cars, and like whenever someone takes a hand off the wheel or is like doing something, even if they've got full control of the car, they're not going quickly, I will always reach out and hover a hand next to the wheel in case I need to grab it. It's like an instinctive thing. I don't know if you ever seen me do it when we've been driving, but I have actually taken the wheel before when someone's had like a drink or someone said I just need to quickly do something. But it's usually on straight roads.
Yeah, he's holding it.
Yeah, you just keep it steady. But there was once I did it when the person I was in the car with started to turn. So I needed to turn, sorry. So I had to start turning, but I didn't have enough arm movement to get the turn properly. So they just took it back, but it was funny.
Whoa!
Oh!
Forgot about this motherfucker.
Can you get the rocket launcher off him? Yes. I don't know whether it would be better in this situation, actually. Like, you have quite a good combination of guns there with close and long range.
Yeah, I'll be able to get another assault rifle.
Right.
Most of these guys used to be Marines.
I imagine this episode will be heavily cut down. Because 90% of it is going to be me talking to chat and Gary shooting hordes of creatures. Like, nobody wants to watch just the shooting part of this level. Ugh. And then the frustration when you die and have to do the whole thing again. Nice dodge. It's like watching someone do attack waves mode on a game.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like you're making progress towards a goal because nothing looks any different.
Weirdly, right, once they decided to add wave mode and horde mode to Halo, it was putting in the games where there weren't any flooding.
But they're literally a wave of shit.
Yeah.
That was a great jump. Is that from multiplayer? Just knowing how to do that, or was that just chance?
Just from having played a lot of Halo.
This way you can see the difference between me and Gary. Gary can jump over a rocket launcher from 3 feet away.
In multiplayer that wouldn't have worked because they'd have been aiming the rocket at the floor.
Right. Yes.
To stop you from doing that.
You don't aim a rocket launcher at a person. I honestly thought everyone was exaggerating.
It's really bad.
It's just... I could see it being interesting if it was like every time you arrive in a level there are a certain amount of enemies in the room already that you have to then kill. But it just seems like more and more keep appearing constantly to extend the length. I hate levels in games where they artificially do something to extend the length of them. It's the same thing about things with pay-to-win microtransactions where they force the gameplay to be longer.
Yeah, but trying to trick you into paying to skip the game by making the game bad.
They add something that's annoying and then give you the opportunity to pay to make it less annoying.
They actively make the game worse.
Yeah.
To try and trick you into skipping stuff.
That's what these kind of levels feel like.
Yeah.
They don't need to be this long. You're not gaining anything from the progression. You're not learning more about the story. You're not getting better at shooting. Because it's the same thing over and over. It was the main thing I was complaining about when I was playing The Long Dark, was that I felt like the areas were very stretched out and that all of the objectives were scattered so far that there was a lot of wandering, but decided I'll at least stop talking for the only bit of story we got. Yeah, at least in The Long Dark, there's survival elements in between, and the game is based on a survival game. Like it's a campaign built into a game that was built for survival. So the survival elements that you have to do are actually part of the core game. So I get why they exist. I don't like the fact that they feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just.
The end of Shadow of War was really bad for it. We just had to constantly grind against orcs.
Ugh. Nobody wants to grind. Actually, nobody wants to be forced to grind.
Yeah, I don't mind grinding in like Monster Hunter, for example, because the whole point of it is like getting better at the fight.
Yeah. And in like Pokemon, you would grind your Pokemon to get higher levels. Or if you're playing an MMO, you would grind to get the best gear. Like, nobody wants to be forced to grind to progress in a story. But then, like, it's the difference between this and Horde mode. Horde mode is basically a grind.
Yes, but you're doing it by choice.
You're choosing to do it.
And
you know what you're in
cooperatively
for.
to see how far you can get.
Oh. Didn't know that about Spanish. Apparently every single vowel sounds the same. Whereas in English they sound different depending on what the word is.
Don't really know any Spanish.
I started learning Spanish years ago, but it was in a phase and I was trying to learn 3 languages at once, and it was a bad idea when all the languages were the same root.
Yeah.
I think it was French, Spanish and Italian.
Or Latin root languages.
Yeah, so basically every single thing I was learning was the same in every language with a slightly different, like necesito, necesario, it was all the same word, so...
Yeah.
I just kept getting mixed up with languages. Who tries to learn 3 at once? Of someone who's very ambitious. All I did was prove that you shouldn't try and learn 3 languages at once.
No, I mean my school tried to teach me 2 at once.
Yeah. Like I think when you're younger, it's obviously easier. I think I was.
It wasn't then. So in year 7 I did French. In year 8 I did German, and then in year 9 they made us do half French and half German, which means I don't speak French or German.
So what we did was we had both French and German in years 7, 8, and 9, and then in years 10 and 11 we got to choose one. So we basically did the basics of 2 languages and then chose one to progress with,
Yeah.
which sounds like a better system than what you were made to do.
Yeah, doing 1 year of French, then 1 year of German, then a year of both just didn't work at all. I know a little more German than I do French, but not really.
They still have that universal language made in the 60s kicking around, but I mean, isn't English that now? It's just become a point now that everyone, if you're in an international like business or an international thing, company, whatever, you need to learn to speak English. It's considered the universal language. I think it's the language they use in the EU, not the EU, the G8 summits and stuff.
It's the closest thing we have to an international
Yeah.
language. Because, you know, empires.
There was just so many places that speak it.
Yeah.
I think the fact that the US is English probably
That's helped.
And Australia, another big.
Well, the
country.
States has helped because there's a lot of easier resources for learning English because there's just so much TV
Yeah.
broadcast internationally in English. But, you know, the fact that you can get away with not knowing other languages doesn't really make up for the fact that our education system does a terrible job of teaching them.
I think that like learning a second language is something they should definitely have earlier in life.
Yeah, we start way too late as
Yeah.
well.
It's the fact that, like, because they always said if you learn a second language when you're younger, you're better at learning languages when you're older because your brain isn't hardwired for one language.
Yeah.
I find it really difficult now to do anything related to other languages because I'm basically programmed to everything is English.
Yeah. It says a lot that the people I know who speak more than one other language are both language graduates from Cambridge University. Like, you have to really care about it and really try it. And
It says a lot that everyone I know that speaks more than one language is from a different country.
Yeah.
Like I don't know many people who know just 2 languages. Anyone who knows more than one language tends to know at least 2 fluently, and then possibly with a lot of education in other ones.
I know quite a few people who speak English and French, and that's it.
Yeah,
But that's just because I know a lot of people who go to France to buy wine.
fair enough.
It's all family stuff.
My mum's fluent in Italian at this point, but she started like 10 years ago and has been practicing.
Yeah.
She does like lessons, she watches for Italian soaps. But she's not very practiced speaking it because obviously there's not many people she knows that speak Italian.
No, I'm better at reading German than I am speaking any of it. I can generally, like, pass what a German sentence is meant to be saying.
Yeah, I can do that in French, but probably not as well as I could when I was like 5 years ago because I haven't studied it at all. Well, I did French at GCSE level, so that was...
Yeah, I did nothing after that. And I've done, like, a bit of German Duolingo. But I'm not very good at sticking with things, so I carried it through. Oh, fuck, here we go. Music started.
Oh, does that mean the combat... Oh, Jesus, fuck off back. Does that mean the combat's going to change?
No. Alright, it's just going to get more intense. I'm not going to manage this bit first time.
Nick made me take a swig because it said pass me my bottle. Looking well, boyos. Airzy, is that the Airzy? I'm gonna guess it is. How's it going, my man? Been a while.
Damn it.
I have a friend who said that she learned English by reading English Harry Potter books and watching TV shows. I think it's just it's more important. It's made to be more important in other countries to learn more than one language. Here, it's not really a priority for education. I mean, I have a lot of problems with the education system in this country. Like the fact they don't teach you life skills always bugs me.
No, it's because our education system is, like, still predicated on ideas from the Victorian era. It's designed to make you sit in a factory and do what you're told all day.
Did learn English via books and Netflix. School was useless. I guess it's maybe it's not to do with the education specifically. Then, if people are learning our languages off their own back, but it might just be the way the language is viewed in other societies.
Yeah. There's an arrogance to it where we don't feel the need to learn other languages.
Yeah, I'm like when I worked with a bunch of people from other countries, I made a point of learning how to say thanks in all their languages I thought was polite. I don't know anyone else who did that. I don't think it's in our countries, like it's not part of our society.
If you're going somewhere, like, you should learn please and thank you and
yeah. Well, if you go into somewhere, you should just pick a phrase book, even if they all speak English, because, like, I think it's more polite to pull out a phrase book and for them to say, "Oh, I speak English, it's fine," than for you to just expect them to speak English because you're in their country.
Learning how to order a beer is important as well. Have I ever told you about my brother's friend Dus Bier?
I think you have, yeah, but let's tell a chat.
So my brother had a friend who they all went on a holiday to Spain, or a Spanish-speaking country anyway. I'm not sure if it was definitely Spain. And one of them went out there a few days early to the others, and he was going to this bar near the hotel they were all staying in for the first couple of days he was there, and he kept ordering dos beer, por favor. And he thought he was ordering a beer, and the custom in the town he was in was just to give you two. However, he was repeatedly every day ordering 2 beers at this bar. And he only found that out when they all then turned up and the girl in their group spoke fluent Spanish, heard the bar staff saying, "Here comes 2 beers again." So now all of his friends call him 2 beers.
Oh, it's such a great story.
And of course they didn't correct him because he was ordering twice as many beers as he wanted.
How did he come to the conclusion that dos beer meant 1 beer?
Arrogance. Just
So,
assumed that
did
he
you
spoke
think
better Spanish than he did.
Oh, okay. We have another swig redeemed. Oh, and a bit donation. Thank you. Not many people cheer bits, so whenever I hear the noise, I'm like, what is that one? I still need to add my own noises. I'm going to do that after Christmas, I think.
2 beers is a pretty good nickname. I've heard much worse.
Yes.
Me and Izzy went to school with a guy who got called Whitey for 5 years because he told everyone his pubes were white, so...
3 beers is better. 3 beer, is that? 1, 2, 3. I always get my numbers mixed up, because all languages have similar 1 to 10 numbers. There's got 1, 2, 3. That's French.
4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10. And then...
7, 8, 9, 10. So you just made me go full, full Hamilton there.
Then it's 1, 2, 3, German. And then I think 1, 2, 3, I think is... Well, it's tres, isn't it? Because Moltres. Artic 1, Moltres, and Zapdos. So that's 1, yeah.
I didn't
You never
ever pick up on that.
No? It's the same for Entei, Raikou and Suicune, I think. Ku, and Te, I think is...
Fuck,
not sure what language it is, but it's a language.
Oh my god, fuck off, you zombie bastards.
And then, what was Romanian? Is it 1, 2, 3? I don't know. I was forgetting.
Oh, fuck me.
I can't believe this is still going.
Think we're on the last floor?
It's been an hour of this.
It's really long.
One of my friends is called El Canoso, aka the white-haired one, because he has a circle of white hair in the back of his head. That's a cool name as well, though. The white-haired one makes you sound wise.
Makes you sound like fucking Geralt.
Yeah. Apparently America calls 2 drinks double fisting. I'm guessing that's because you're holding one in each hand. What's that game? Edward 40 Hands.
Edward 40 Hands, yeah. How's that come up twice in a week? Came out last weekend for me as well.
My own brother is called Captain Zweibel, aka Captain Onion, because he ate a raw onion and vomited. Oh, that's excellent. I'm sure you're ordering it wrong if you're asking for double fisting. I'm guessing you don't order double fisting, they just say you are.
Hey brah, give me a double fist, yeah?
You got one of them double fists?
I don't know what American accent I was actually doing there, that was awful.
Hey brah!
Oh my god.
How is this not done?
Because it's the worst level in I was wrong last time when I said that the one in Halo 3 was worse. This is the worst one. The one in Halo 3 is shorter.
Here's a question, Gary. What did you think of
This level, the first few times playing.
Ooh.
First time, it probably wasn't as bad because the novelty of the flood was still brand new to me.
Yes, I could see that being a thing.
And obviously I don't hate it enough to stop me replaying Halo CE, because I'd probably play through it like every 2 years.
Do you ever skip this level?
Generally not.
What about when you did it on the hardest difficulty?
I think I still did it, yeah.
What's the hardest one called?
Legendary.
Legendary. For anyone who's just joined, I've never played Halo. Gary is a big Halo fan. And thanks to one of the chat purchasing it, Gary is being forced to play this level, which he basically told me before the session was one of the worst levels in any Halo game. Or it sounds like the worst level now that you've been replaying it.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy that I don't have to do it, because there'd be a lot more deaths.
Yeah, we'd be here for the whole stream,
Yeah.
I think, if you were doing this one, mate.
I think I'd have had to actually just stop talking and pay attention.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be able to do this without dying constantly. No one's redeemed a Halo fact so far today. I was sat here with the book ready to read the Halo facts.
We need 2 Halo facts.
2 Halo facts. Okay, so I guess would the library give anything away?
Probably not at this point.
So yeah, I'm being careful not to find any facts that are going to spoil anything.
We don't want to look at anything from Halo 2, 3, or...
There's no library, but there's a librarian. Oh no, the librarian.
That's a spoiler for Halo 4.
Oh, okay. Was this place called something else?
You could... I was about to say you could look up Guilty Spark, but then that'll be full of spoilers as well, because he turns up again later.
Right. What about the shotgun?
Yeah, look at the gun, look at the weapons, those are generally...
What's the shotgun called? Is it just shotgun?
It's just a shotgun, I think, yeah.
I know that special name. I can't see shotgun. Oh, there we are, shotgun. 324, I think, is the main book for it. Oh, it's really at the end.
Woo!
Is that it done?
Yeah. I think.
It'll freeze now when you play it.
Usually I do the Halo facts when because usually Brad's the one playing. But yeah. In fact, let's swap back over.
Yeah, I thought this was the page that said the shotgun was on. You can be Halo Fat Boy then.
Yeah.
You have 2 to read.
I'll let the cutscene finish first.
The flood is spreading. We must hurry.